Hey everybody, it's that time I got reincarnated in the same world as an anime podcaster. We just finished watching the first episode of Chainsaw Man, and we thought we'd give you our thoughts.
It's fun to do chainsaw noises.
So, I gotta say, right off the bat, beautiful. Like, very well animated. Couple CG things in there, but I thought they did it pretty well. You could definitely tell some of it, but I think overall it was very well executed, and the movement was really good. Being the story that it was nice and violent as you expect, and depressing and all that fun stuff.
I was so worried that the first episode was not going to have Chainsaw Man.
I think they knew they had to, because if you don't and you don't know what's coming, if you're me and you don't usually give an anime more than one episode unless it gives you something, if we didn't get that ending and I hadn't read all of this, I don't think I would have come back to it.
No, I was worried because I think the first chapter of the manga ends without Chainsaw Man. I won't give any spoilers, but this has Chainsaw Man. And it's like you said, there is CG, but I kind of like there's a weird drop in frame rate too when Chainsaw Man fights, and it makes it like a little creepier and weirder and like jerkier.
It gives it a vibe, which normally when the CG comes on and that happens, it's like, this is weird, but here it makes it feel
and it's
different. It was like the thought of like in JoJo where it's like they start, some of the stands are CG now, and it's like, it gives them an otherworldliness.
Yeah.
Is it a production thing? Probably. But does it also help thematically and the vibe of things? Yes.
I thought it was fairly well executed, though. A lot of times in anime, you see a CG element, and it feels like poorly comped in and jerky and like not well animated. But especially during the fight scene at the end, they really did a good job of like the choreography of it and moving through the scene and like the battle aspects.
They're not just letting like a flat camera angle linger on a moving CG image. They're shaky cam, they're tracing the movements.
Anime has upped its game with CG over the past decade, leaps and bounds, because it used to be a laughable joke, and now it's like they're integrating it really well. They're doing the thing that I love, that I want all animation to do more of, where they're combining 2D and CG, where they're drawing on top of CG elements to give it that extra detail that is not in the render, I guess. Like, I think but it uses the strengths of CG. It's like, are you going to draw all the intricate details of Chainsaw Man for the most part when he's moving around? No!
Yeah.
That would be a huge waste of money. That CG is great for mechanical things. What is Chainsaw Man's head and arms? Mechanical things. And as long as you give him a little drawy detail around him and you get good choreography in the way it's all shot, it looks great, and it looks great.
Yeah.
What do we think of the voices?
I'll tell you what, I
need to hear Power.
I was a little surprised about
Makima?
The girl.
I was a little surprised about Makima.
Really? What did you think she was going to sound like?
Well, I thought it would be like deeper.
Really?
Yeah, just the sense I got from her from the manga.
Like older or just like deeper?
I think she's supposed to be disarming. I didn't.
She is so. Yeah. It is so just like haha. Like I guess vague spoilers for future Chainsaw Man things if you have not read this, haven't read it.
There's a sinister element to Makima.
Yeah.
Well, and that's honestly
that you don't kind of really you don't really confirm for a long time.
Yeah. So I think it was definitely good. I definitely felt the emotion coming through in all of like every single one. Denji's voice actor I thought was like spot on. Like
he was good,
perfect.
So far, everybody sounds like how I think they would sound.
Yeah. And then Pochita was very much like
it was exactly
right.
Yeah.
It's really cute. This is a cute dog.
Yeah.
It was exactly the voice I knew they would use when I was reading the manga. I've heard that a million times in anime. But it fits there.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to hear the additional characters.
I want to hear Power. Power is like that chemistry between those two is gonna freaking make or break it for me.
Yeah. And you know what? It's funny because we talked about before how Power is definitely going to be a waifu, but we're going to now have to wait until that episode.
Yeah, I don't remember how many it's in. I mean, she's already in the intro, which I want to talk about. The music style, the genre isn't what I was expecting. I like it. I think it's going to grow on me more. I think my brain just went, oh, Chainsaw Man, heavy metal, guitar, shred, go, 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 blood, blood, blood. But it kind of wasn't. It was still at a very, high
It's kind of like
beats per minute, like manic energy.
It was like a sludgy hyper pop
Yeah,
I'll tell
it was weird. I think it's not what I expected, but I think it's going to grow on me. I did think it was weird. I talked about this when we started the episode. I think it's like we've read the manga, so we know who the important players are. And the intro just straight up goes, here's a main player, and here's a main player, where so much of it, I feel like, at least from my remembered experience of Chainsaw Man, is here's some more people and shoots that show up. Oh, they're dead. You thought they were important, they're not. And I feel like this kind of cherry picks.
They've unfortunately
You're kind of waiting.
plot armor.
I'm surprised they did it with episode 1, because usually animes don't get their opening the first episode. Even if we don't meet everybody yet, it's wild to me that it's like, oh, we got this. Before he's even Chainsaw Man, we got the intro. I thought was strange.
Yeah, we know they're going to live long enough to put on the suit.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah.
I will say though, out of everything that we've been watching that started this season, recently, that's my favorite OP.
Really?
Mob is really, really good, and Mob's definitely number 2 for me. But out of all of them, that's my favorite. We haven't.
I have to watch it and the Spy Family one more, because both of them have a vibe that they're going to grow on me more.
Spy Family is definitely number 3, and I'm talking about all of
I
them
do
that
like
I've
Mob.
seen, not just the 4 that we watched together.
This is all I watched.
Of the season, yeah. This is all I'm watching this season.
They're all good.
It's like it's a Golden Kamuy week.
But if you think about past seasons of Mob, the first half of Spy Family.
Oh my gosh.
Those are real bangers.
Lofty heights.
Yeah, and I don't think we've got a real banger yet.
No. Well, none of these are anything I'd want to play like in my car.
Chainsaw, I don't know. Chainsaw Man is the vibe of like, I don't love it yet, but I just have a sense that like, it's gonna grow on me, like big.
It fits the show. Like, it might not be the song I'd want to play just walking around at night or something, but
Yeah.
it fits the animation. It doesn't steal the show, but it doesn't.
Yeah, it's kind of some of my feelings on the episode in general. It's like all of the tools are here. This wasn't, and I think some of it was just like we've been building this up for over a year now.
Yeah.
This was not the Spy Family episode 1 banger 100% right out of the gate.
No. But it
couldn't.
Yeah.
I think it was me getting my hopes up, and it never could be because it's Chainsaw Man. The start takes it takes a little bit to get going, and also like Spy Family is this like fun wahoo adventure, and like Chainsaw Man's kind of depressing, so it's not always going to be like fun. It also didn't help that I like reread the first chapter, which is basically the contents of this like
Spy Family
a few
has
weeks
that.
before this, so it's not as like the intrigue is not there because I know what's going to happen. But I know as this goes on and it picks up more of what it's doing, it's shown itself in the art direction and the direction in general, in the acting and the writing and all that kind of stuff, that it's got the tools to do what it's doing and it knows what it's doing, and I'm excited to see that. I think it's just not entirely there yet. I could see why somebody watching this after all of the hype that's been going on the internet would be like, this is it?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the internet hype was, but my personal hype was like, this reminded me of old school anime that is hyper violent and weird and just like totally foreign to what you're seeing on TV in America, and it was. I was worried they wouldn't fit that all in episode 1, but they did. And so when Chainsaw Man pops up, I'm just like, more, go harder, kill them all.
Oh, it
Get 'em.
will.
And so it was.
And it did.
If I was watching it for the first time, or if I was coming to it for the first time, I'd be happy with it. I would definitely.
I
keep
feel
watching.
like it's the kind of thing where the first episode might not necessarily make you go, oh my god, this is the best, like Spy Family did, but it's definitely enough to make you go, oh, I can see the start of this, and I think as the episodes go on, the hype will go up.
It doesn't show its hand out of the gate.
Right.
I think
Because when Denji's just like, I want to hug and all this stuff, it feels very like, haha, touch a boob, anime, horny shallowness, and as you keep going, it's like, yeah, that is not what Chainsaw's about.
No, I think the October release works for it.
Yep.
It feels like a horror anime.
It's just like a spooky month thing.
Yeah.
And that's only going to get worse.
Yes.
I was gonna
Oh, the demon design,
Yeah.
the devil design, and how they did it for the zombie devil and the tomato devil too. Like,
Yeah.
oh, they're gonna do some good stuff with some of these weirdos.
The art style and animation really did the manga justice.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's only gonna keep up and up
Yep.
with each one. Cool. So verdict.
Thumbs up for me.
Yeah.
Heck yeah! Excited for next week.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
We'll
They-
Where it really starts
uh,
popping off.
They did not drop the ball. They
Nope.
would have had to drop the ball for it not to be a thumbs up
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah,
So
pretty much.
I was primed to like it, and I did.
I'm sure we'll have a few things to say on it on the podcast here and there.
We'll
But
have a lot of
check
things to
out,
say on everything we're watching.
yeah, check out our episode. What was it? Like 2, I think.
Oh my gosh, has it been that long since
Yeah.
we talked about it?
It was 2 or 3 where we talked about the Chainsaw Man manga.
Part 1.
Yeah, so make sure to check that out, and yeah, check out the rest of the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check out more Chainsaw Man.
And let us know if you've watched the anime but you didn't read the manga. We want to hear from those kind of people.
I mean, we want to hear anybody's thoughts in general, but those are the people. I watched it with these guys. I watched it with some other friends, and everybody I've watched it with has read the manga or knows what's going on. So I want to get a clean slate's take on it.
Yeah.
If you know somebody, send them our way to talk about that.
So there you have it.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Thanks for checking us out.
Yeah.
Peace.